Summary of the Renewable Energy and Energy Efficiency Fund, R2E2, 4-year energy efficiency project. Cut down of energy costs on the account of improving efficiency. Efficient heating systems, efficient lighting systems, hot water by means of solar technologies, thermal insulation of buildings, and other energy efficiency activities gave a new lease on life to many public buildings that were built during the Soviet times, since all of them had a large burden of energy costs and yet little comfort. The opinions of project beneficiaries is undoubtedly among the most important assessments. The idea was brilliant. The R2E2 project is simple but genius in its simplicity. In January, we recorded a savings of 560,000 Armenian dram against the same period in the previous year. It was just a relief, specifically for our faculty. Before these reforms, the temperature inside the building was very often below zero in wintertime, and because of that, the efficiency of lectures was also low. We saw that this amount could be repaid in 8 years on the account of energy efficiency. We certainly knew that the theater would transform in a very interesting way, that it would be illuminated, yet we did not know that the effect would be like this, so visible, so good not only from a financial, but also from a rare aesthetic perspective. The theater has become very bright. Many buildings that were built in Soviet times were extremely energy consuming from the very beginning. For years, maintenance and servicing problems also added to this. It was impossible to solve all at once, with scarce state, community budget resources. There are many such buildings in the whole Republic, starting from schools, kindergartens, and hospitals, and ending with the National Library, National Archive, universities, theaters, and administrative buildings. Due to the energy efficiency project, the number of energy efficient buildings in the whole Republic has already reached 100. The Armenian model of energy efficiency may become a sample model for other countries throughout the world, which face similar problems.
This is one of the first times the World Bank has tried to get full repayment from the energy cost savings in the region. We've presented the Armenia experience to about 15 countries so far.
The success story of Armenia has already been illustrated in 15 countries. Macedonia is the first country which decided to replicate this project. Now the Mexican government will also replicate the Armenian experience. The National Library of Armenia. After energy efficiency activities, the readers are actively attending the library in wintertime. It is simply warm and convenient, not only for book lovers, but also for the library staff. It was also a relief for national book storage, which used to become wet in winter and dried in the summertime. The cost of modernizing the National Library following the up-to-date principles of energy efficiency totaled 71 million Armenian dram. The funding was provided by the R2E2 fund. The library will fully repay this amount to the fund in 10 years, and what is most important, it will repay on the account of savings generated as a result of elimination of thermal losses. Specifically, this financing model allowed modernizing dozens of public buildings with scarce project financing. The success of the project attracts new applicants to the fund. A number of cities within the Republic were illuminated as a result of the energy efficiency project. This is Artik. Installation of new energy efficiency lamps not only allows for longer street lighting, but also assures a cut down of municipal budget expenditures by at least 40%. Shortly after, works also started in 10 penitentiaries of the Republic. This is a penitentiary in Vartanis, where the work is almost completed. Next winter, there will be central heating, not just here but also in other penitentiaries. Solar energy will also be used. For this purpose, solar water heaters have been installed. The largest solar energy system in Armenia was installed here. Also, at the Nubarashen Penitentiary, a thermal pump has been installed, which is the first of its kind in the Republic. It will be used to heat of entrails of earth to solve vital problems, thus assuring for prisoners appropriate conditions in line with international standards.
Մենք ակնկալում ենք բավականաչափ լուրջ
We expect sufficient savings on the account of which we will pay back the investments. In numerical expression, we will have per annum 7 megawatts of energy savings, whereas in monetary expression, the amount of 300 million Armenian dram. The energy efficiency project is financed by the government of Armenia and the World Bank. $8 million in state budget financing has been provided for this project, which is critical for the country. Also, $2 million of grant funding has been provided by the World Bank. With this funding, the R2E2 fund has set up a revolving fund, which has already proved its viability.
The most important thing is that we may use these financial means uninterruptedly. Today we have already started investing money in other works, using returns from already completed projects, and we have proved that this cycle is possible.
The energy efficiency project summarizes the initial results. The legitimate expectations are a guarantee for its continuation.